last Friday's NFL 100 all-time team, Rich Eisen, Bill Belichick, and Chris Collinsworth revealed the greatest defensive linemen and linebackers in NFL history. And this Friday, it's time for the defensive backs and special teams. Do not miss the NFL 100 all-time team presented by the Home Depot Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network.
You guys want some highlights?
Yeah, hello.
Let's go. Do it. Chargers, Broncos.
Missouri.
Second round pick. Okay. Drew, lock it up and lock it out. Cortland Sutton. Zippity doo dah. All right.
Hey, baby.
This is Cortland Sutton, who's been balling out all year. Okay, do your dance. Is that Papa Lock?
Yeah.
He was actually pop locking up there. All right, here we go. Broncos, they would have a chance to win after a very controversial no call on the PI. I thought it was a PI. Shrey got really upset about it this morning. The Broncos, they win this one 23-20.
Just wanted to review it. You have the opportunity to review it. Just maybe take a second.
Our guy Barry Odom. How'd it go?
Barry Odom, gone. Sorry, Barry.
Hold up, I'll be right there.
We got to make a stop.
Cooper Kupp with a touchdown. We're talking Rams Cardinals now, guys.
Yeah. Sorry, I was doing Chappelle.
I know.
Stop.
I know.
Murray.
Irishman references to myself.
Peter's seen the Irishman. Who wants to touch him?
Here we go. It's a pick six. It's Taylor Rapp. I hear you paint houses. That's a reference.
Oh.
What's going on with this cat? Out of Washington?
Yeah, he's a second-round pick. Tremendous performance there. Weddle's happy. Rams still alive in the playoff hunt.
Oh.
Will Selva's out in the newsroom in Culver City with more on the Rams, who are very much alive in the NFC.
Absolutely. What's going on there, Kay and guys, and more on Jared Goff. As a matter of fact, he broke out of his slump against Arizona. Entering the game, Goff had not had a touchdown pass since Week 8 against the Bengals. That was also the last time he threw for more than 300 yards in a contest as well. But he feasted on a Cardinals defense that ranks dead last in the NFL in pass defense. As we, Shrakes, told you, Goff going for 424 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was the first time in his career that he passed for more than 400 yards in a road game. Needless to say, head coach Sean McVay was pleased with what he saw from his QB.
It was a great game for Jared, but that was the game that we expect from him. You know, those are the things that we know he's capable of, and it's always a collaboration of the unit, but I was really pleased with his ability to command and control the game, and I thought it was one of his best performances for sure, and that was needed for our team.
A McVay disciple, much needed for Zach Taylor. That W, he got it. First one as a head coach as Andy Dalton returned to the starting lineup and helped lead Cincy to the first win of the season, taking down the Jets. Needless to say, Taylor was happy to finally get that much-needed dub.
Proud of them, proud of the coaches, proud of the players for sticking together through these 12 games and earning this win. And now, you know, that pressure is off of you a little bit. The guys felt it. And now that that's off you, get a chance just to go and be free and go get some more wins and finish this thing out the right way. So,
how do you feel getting the first one?
How do I feel? I can't even describe it. You know, good. Feel real good.
Good, real good. Well, yesterday was 350 days since the Bengals' last win coming against the Raiders back in Week 15 last season. So congrats to Zach Taylor getting his first win as a head coach. Now we can exhale as they are no longer winless there in Cincinnati.
No. Happy for him. That's
Are you? You like him? Why?
I do. He's a good guy, and he's working with a lot of inferior, rosters and other teams, and they found a way to win, and they've been banging on the door the last couple of weeks. It's good for the Bengals.
Thanks,
Right?
Will. More highlights.
Let's talk about another
Let's
team
do
that's
it.
struggling. The Dolphins only have 2 wins going into this one, taking on the Eagles. But Brian Flores told us in a production meeting on Saturday that I am going to go for the win every single time I ever coach a game, and they left it all out there. This is the first time in NFL history a punter has thrown a pass to a kicker for a touchdown, guys.
Awesome.
That was that.
Peter, did Flores smile?
Flores smiles.
Tell me something about Brian Flores.
Brian Flores is so dialed in. These guys, I didn't know half these players on this Dolphins team. They all will run through a wall for him. Carson Wentz has a shot here, down 6. Goes deep.
This got tense.
Intercepted the Eagles. A terrible loss here. Eagles were up 14 in the third quarter. Guys, Ryan Fitzpatrick played the Eagles for the 7th time and it was the 7th different team he was playing for while playing them. He gets the victory. I worked the sidelines for Fox. I got a chance to speak to the recently turned 37-year-old quarterback who has 7 children. Ryan, what do you got?
Well, Ryan, this team's down 28-14 in the third quarter. You never quit. What'd you learn about these guys today?
Well, I think we've known all year, we've been a resilient bunch. We're a bunch of scrappy guys that are just out here for the love of the game, and it really showed up today. We didn't flinch.
Third down play, you go in there for the sneak, you come up short, they come out there, and we see this special teams trick play that might be one of the ones we see on the NFL highlight reels for years. Did you know that was coming? Have you ever seen that with the special teams team? Have they shown you that before?
I mean, I've seen it in practice plenty. I should have hit a touchdown on the one before, and I missed it, so I'm so happy that we're able to run that and get it.
The stat going into this one was this was the 7th time you were playing the Philadelphia Eagles for the 7th different team. You hear all these numbers, but what did this win mean for you today?
Well, you know what? It was a great team effort. I think our guys fought all day, so I'm just proud of the fact that we were able to get this one falling down that much.
That's a great question.
Triggs, you're taller than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Great hair, by the way. I agree. I co-sign. Great hair, great beard by Fitzpatrick, and great playoff picture it's shaping up to be. Cowboys do have a 1-game lead on the Eagles heading into the final quarter of the season. They do have the head-to-head tiebreaker as well. Cowboys division for the taking, though. Their last 4 games at Bears, Rams, Eagles, and Redskins. Dolphins not on this board. I got to ask you before we even get into any sort of Cowboys, Eagles, NFC East conversation. You were there with the Eagles. I have no idea what to make of this team. What's the vibe? What's going on?
They were getting back Lane Johnson. They got back Algalor. They got back Alshon Jeffrey. They were feeling great, and their defense had just played really well against the Patriots and Seahawks in back-to-back weeks. And then Devontae Parker goes absolutely nuts and looks like Randy Moss all over that defensive backfield.
He's balling.
They can't get a game where the offense and defense seem to play well at the same time, and it's haunting them. But I could tell you, to a man, every single person in that Eagles building and on their roster felt confident going into this one and knew that the door was open. Peterson gave them all Thanksgiving Day off, so they all watched the Cowboys lose. They all knew, like, it's ours for the taking. And to go down to Miami and lose to a 2-win Dolphins team while you're up 14 in the third quarter is as much of a gut punch you can imagine. I don't know if there's time left. I don't know if this team deserves to have it.
Yeah.
That's a horrible loss for the Eagles, and I think they know it as well as anyone.
I get very impatient this time of year because we've been doing this season the whole deal. It's September, October, November. It's like, if you're not going to join us, then we got other teams to talk about. And we can bring up a million old dog masks and great memories and everything, the Eagles and Peterson. It's like, how many times do you want to get it? You only get so many lotto tickets before you cash one. So to go down there, Peter, like you said, it's just like everything I thought that this Doug Peterson team was about. And I still sort of believe, like, don't go where I can't follow you. You just lost to the Dolphins badly and got beat up. So, look, we got our teams to talk about. Sorry, there's 32 of them.
So is it the Cowboys division for the taking? I told you their schedule. At Bears, Rams, at Eagles, Redskins. I want to bring up the Eagles schedule, but guess what? They just lost to the Dolphins. Yeah. So I don't really want to do that. How does the NFC East shake out?
Well, the other teams they play are the Redskins and Giants and the Cowboys. So, like, of course the Eagles can still do it.
Yeah.
But you can't have so much faith in the team after they lose that game. It's amazing. We came in Friday morning, we were like, Jason Garrett could be fired, and the Cowboys are melting, and the Cowboys are sitting pretty good right now after that yesterday.
They're going to play teams with, sub-500 records. Cowboys thrive in those situations.
True. They sure do. Listen, as much as I can appreciate what the Eagles have done over the last couple of seasons, they were sitting at the adult table. They were eating the steak, the filet mignon, medium well, Oscar style, with a glass of wine. And then halfway through the meal,
That was for me.
halfway through the meal, they look at the waiter and they say, do you have dinosaur nuggets and warm milk and some cookies? Because they're at the kids' table. As much as we want to love them, they're wildly inconsistent. Yeah. And this isn't a team that can make any waves in the postseason.
I don't know if any of us believe that there's a team in the NFC East that's going to make waves in the postseason. We'll get to that later. You got some stuff to prove to us. Cowboys can Thursday night against the Bears.
Eagles fans all over that stadium. They had the home field advantage even.
It was worth it.
Could the Niners' #1 defense contain Lamar Jackson? They got a week in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Tennessee is really fun right now.
Absolutely.
We can't tell you enough.